Hello and welcome to Super Spirit Live. I am Shirt Donovan. Thank you for joining us this evening. First up on this magnificent card, we have heavyweight division action for you between the punished BMD and submission specialist Reynaldo Mendez. This should be a hotly contested bout. Both of these wrestlers bringing their own signature styles. We'll see who can prevail in this opening contest here at Super Spirit Live.
Making his way to the ring, the punished BMD.
The striking prowess of BMD has cut a path through the heavyweight division. He has met many of an opponent with heavy forearm strikes and many takedowns, a varied MMA style approach.
And making his way to the ring, he is the master of the yellow jacket, Reynaldo Mendez.
And indeed, the master of the yellow jacket. BMD will look to avoid that submission maneuver from Reynaldo Mendez over the course of this matchup. It will be crucial to his success. Burt Wiggins on officiating duty here to start us out at Super Spirit Live. And you see the strikes early in the takedown from BMD. Reynaldo Mendez quickly to his feet. This could be a war of attrition as the bout goes on, but you see the early mounted punches from BMD, unafraid to get in there early, and now wrenching the leg of submission specialist Reynaldo Mendez. Maybe not the best approach. You got to believe Mendez has those scouted, and maybe understands a few ways to get out of some holds that BMD is not prepared for. Both of these men moving quick enough to be junior division competitors so far in this heavyweight contest. Arm drag takedown. Follows up with a stiff kick to the back. Reynaldo Mendez looking to gain control here. And an arm drag takedown this time from BMD, and now the forearms to the face. Big release belly-to-belly suplex from Reynaldo Mendez. And now a sleeper hold. Taking the wind out of BMD first with the suplex and then making sure he's unable to regain any oxygen. Smart combination from Reynaldo Mendez. And another suplex, this time sending BMD to the outside, and Reynaldo Mendez will use this opportunity to regain some energy. BMD quickly back into the ring, now in control with machine gun chops. And a striking combination from BMD. Irish whip. Big spear from BMD. Reynaldo Mendez looking to create some space. A couple of striking attempts are off target, but now these two men will exchange blows. Reynaldo Mendez being driven further to the ropes, but the chops prevail over the forearms. Big forearm this time from Reynaldo Mendez, and a counter kick from BMD. Pinning attempt now. Reynaldo Mendez up quickly, working the shoulder now. And just sweeping the legs there with a forearm. BMD again clubbing blows to the face of Reynaldo Mendez, who will now look to turn the tide. Takedown from BMD. Keeping Reynaldo Mendez grounded. A lot of slamming, impactful blows to the back. And now rolling up for a camel clutch. Slam from Mendez. Pinning attempt here. BMD out at 1. Suplex from Mendez, beautifully executed. Although that kick is off target, as is that rolling forearm there. But now a pinning attempt from Mendez. BMD escaping at 2, now regaining control with an elbow to the back. Takedown from BMD. Mounted punches to the back of the head. Burt Wiggins checking Mendez. Mendez able to defend himself for now, and an Irish whip leading to a Hurricane Rana. Very impressive from Mendez. Kick to the back, very stiff. Looking maybe for a roll-up attempt there, off target. Big power bomb, packages him. Almost enough. BMD barely escaping that pinning attempt from Reynaldo Mendez. And now a forearm across the face. Release German. And now the yellow jacket. The yellow jacket being performed by Mendez, close to the ropes though, and BMD able to create space, break away. But Mendez now working the leg again, center of the ring. You begin to see the strategy of Reynaldo Mendez taking shape as he prepares BMD for that yellow jacket. You see a backbreaker there, the yellow jacket working the legs and the back of Mendez's opponent. So you'll see him work both of those things on his way to a successful yellow jacket. Pinning attempt now though for Mendez. And that's it. Mendez with a firm pin, able to get one over BMD in this opening contest here at Super Spirit Live. Congratulations to Mendez there, starting us off here on Friday night. We do thank you for joining us, folks. Next up on the card, we have women's singles division action between Morgan Foster and Chie Hamasaki. Both of these women very rough competitors, so this should be an interesting matchup for sure. Morgan Foster has been making her way to the belt, making a case for her to be a #1 contender. We'll see how she does tonight against Chie Hamasaki.
Making her way to the ring, Morgan Foster.
Morgan Foster, similar to BMD in that she uses a very MMA style approach. A lot of strikes, a lot of suplexes, leading to submission maneuvers. This woman, Chie Hamasaki, just looking to cause pain.
And making her way to the ring, Chie Hamasaki.
Practitioner of the Hamasaki driver, and if she hits it, it's likely over. We'll see if Morgan Foster is able to avoid that predicament tonight and apply some offense of her own. Kim Carrillo on officiating duties for this women's singles division contest. And now Chie Hamasaki to the ropes early, but Morgan Foster able to rise. This time a big clothesline, turning Morgan Foster inside out. And Foster in trouble early here against Hamasaki. Irish whip of her own now. Crossbody is scouted by Hamasaki. Punch to the face from Hamasaki. A knee now from Foster. Another crossbody is scouted. These women not letting the other get started here early in this matchup. You see another Irish whip attempt. Conditioning will be tested here as a kitchen sink finally lands for Foster. Now repositioning her opponent, Chie Hamasaki. Forearm is off target. Pull through clothesline. I thought we were going to see another Irish whip, and now an elbow off the running offense of Hamasaki. Foster countering with a headbutt, but now a big spinning back body drop from Chie Hamasaki. Looking to maintain control, pin now. Morgan Foster getting a shoulder up at 2. Morgan Foster sitting out, countering the suplex attempt from Chie Hamasaki, and then following up with an elbow, stomping across the face now. The rough style offense of Morgan Foster. Stomps across the back. And now the forearms versus the punches. These two women exchanging strikes. Chie Hamasaki winning the battle there. Modified figure 4. Morgan Foster breaking away with an elbow. Big slam, spine buster from Hamasaki. A rear chin lock being applied. Slam from Foster. Working the legs now of Hamasaki. Punch across the face. Swinging neck breaker from Foster. And now a chokehold from Foster, center of the ring. Kim Carrillo giving her to the count of 5. Chie Hamasaki breaking away. Odd pinning attempt here, but nevertheless, Morgan Foster barely getting the shoulder up at 2. The crowd showing its adoration here tonight at Super Spirit Live. Big clothesline connecting for Foster. And a big DDT. Huge DDT from Hamasaki. 2. Almost all there. Morgan Foster barely getting the shoulder up after that DDT. And here it is, the Foster Special Omega. Submission maneuver from Foster. Chie Hamasaki able to break away. Jumping neck breaker from Foster. Now working the legs again. Big DDT again, planting Morgan Foster, and a pin here. This could be all. Foster again, very impressive, able to escape the giant DDT. German suplex, bridges, rope break for Foster. And now a chokehold again, looking to take away the oxygen. Could be a key strategy as this matchup goes on. To the ropes, big clothesline for Hamasaki. Another big clothesline for Hamasaki. To the ropes. Another clothesline for Hamasaki. Morgan Foster has got to do something about this. A collision sends Morgan Foster down. Hamasaki still in control. This time Foster sending Hamasaki to the ropes. Kitchen sink. And the rough offense of Morgan Foster. Not afraid to use some less than ideal tactics, and the Foster Special Omega. Again, the Foster Special Omega. This could be it. Can Hamasaki break away? And she can. She was in there for a long time. Another one could spell the end of this matchup. Luthez press. Chie Hamasaki able to use her strength to lift Morgan Foster off of her. Impressive brain buster now as Hamasaki looks to regain control. To the ropes. Another giant clothesline from Chie Hamasaki, but this time Morgan Foster rallying with a takedown, and she's getting fired up here. Big chop. Stomps across the face. What will Foster choose next? Can Hamasaki turn the tide? Foster Special Omega, but she is near the ropes, and again Hamasaki able to use her ring sense to get to the ropes. Foster blocking what I assume would have been another German suplex attempt there. Inverted DDT. Big slam from Foster. Pump handle slam. To the top rope now. Scouting her opponent. Diving clothesline from the top rope, connecting for Foster. And again to the top rope. This time a diving body splash connecting. Foster on fire here late in this women's singles competition. Swinging neckbreaker on target. To the ropes now, Morgan Foster. Diving cross body. This could be all. Chie Hamasaki, after receiving a devastating offensive sequence from Morgan Foster, able to kick out of the diving cross body. Headbutt now for Foster. Still in control. Hamasaki now with a big punch, sending Foster down, and now Hamasaki to the top rope. Stomps across the chest, coming down with all her weight on top of the body of Morgan Foster. Hamasaki driver, this could be all. Can Morgan Foster kick out? 2. Hamasaki driver takes it for Chie Hamasaki over Morgan Foster in this women's singles contest. What a matchup there, and what a win for Hamasaki over fan favorite Morgan Foster. Crazy matchup there in the second bout here tonight at Super Spirit Live. Next up, a junior division contest between Killer Kenny Gordon and Archie Everett. Killer Kenny Gordon, a very no-nonsense style wrestler, whereas Archie Everett, a lot of personality, thinks very highly of himself. And we'll see how those two personalities clash in the ring tonight here in junior division action.
Making his way to the ring, Killer Kenny Gordon.
Fans letting Killer Kenny Gordon hear it. A lot of people firmly behind Killer Kenny Gordon in his transition from the MMA world to the professional wrestling world. And he has enjoyed relative success so far in Super Spirit Wrestling. And we'll see how he fares tonight against this man.
And making his way to the ring, Archie Everett.
Very technical wrestler is Archie Everett. Submission style offense predominantly. You'll see a lot of creative maneuvers from Archie Everett that you may not typically see. We'll see how Killer Kenny is able to handle those. Lenny Spencer on duty for this one. Junior division contest here for you folks at Super Spirit Live. Slap early for Killer Kenny Gordon. Dragon screw takedown for Archie Everett. Junior division quickly becoming a hotly contested division, as there's a lot of impressive competition throughout that roster. Of course, right now at the very top of the junior division sits Shadow Band champion Cameron Reese, who was able to take that title in a matchup against the very first Shadow Band champion, Boston Devereaux. Boston Devereaux, of course, winning in Night 5 of the New Dawn Tournament Series. Kenny Gordon and Archie Everett, you gotta believe, have the Shadow Band on their minds as well as they try to improve their standings here at Super Spirit Wrestling. Spinning toe hold now for Everett. Repositioning Gordon, and armbar now in the corner. You see the wise positioning of Everett, maintaining position that keeps himself between the ropes and Kenny Gordon. Another creative offensive maneuver here from Everett. Another spinning toe hold, this time sending Killer Kenny Gordon his face first there into the turnbuckle. Everett using his surroundings to his advantage. Headlock takedown now for Everett. Lenny Spencer signaling a rope break, for Killer Kenny Gordon. And now Kenny with devastating chops in the corner, sending Archie Everett down to the mat. These two men exchanging uppercuts now. Wow. Killer Kenny Gordon coming out on top there. That doesn't surprise me that he has the striking advantage in this matchup. Irish whip. Armbar takedown for Everett. Great positioning again. This time rolling through for another armbar, but I can see the legs under the rope, and so does Lenny Spencer. Killer Kenny Gordon breaking away from that. Headlock takedown again. Archie Everett in control so far in this matchup. A lot of submission style offense. Killer Kenny maybe favoring one arm, as you see it kind of dropping to his side there. Sobot kick connecting. Combination for Archie Everett. Archie Everett does have a small striking background. But of course, you will predominantly see his submission style offense throughout this match. Another maneuver for Everett. I know Kenny's going to be feeling this tomorrow, but he may be feeling it now, as again you see that arm dropping. And Killer Kenny continuing the arm-based approach, as he may sense some weakness as well. Archie Everett again working the arms of Killer Kenny. Pinning attempt now, holding the arms down, wise choice. But Killer Kenny having the strength to break away. Russian leg sweep transitioning into more arm-based offense. Archie Everett, of course, looking to eventually execute his go-to maneuver, the Ever and Everett. Devastating submission maneuver that I hope Killer Kenny is prepared for, as he has sustained a lot of damage thus far in this junior division contest. Diving elbow drop for Archie Everett now. And again, this time, using Killer Kenny's own arms to sort of perform a rear chin lock. And now Everett rolling through for a headlock, using his body weight to keep Killer Kenny down and using his legs to trap Killer Kenny's legs. But this time, just an all-out slam, taking down Archie Everett. Killer Kenny looking to regain control, but again, knees from Everett, putting any attempts on hold for Killer Kenny Gordon. And now a pair of diving elbow drops from Archie Everett, looking to put this one away. Archie Everett again keeping himself between the ropes, and very wisely so is able to earn a victory over Killer Kenny Gordon with that submission maneuver. Archie Everett's positioning and his approach, too much for Killer Kenny. The arm-based approach, very effective. We saw Killer Kenny continually dropping that arm to his side, and we will monitor that as the weeks go on, as it could affect Killer Kenny in the coming weeks. Folks, we got to take a short break. When we come back, we will have a #1 contenders match in the women's tag division between hot newcomers Diamond Deluxe and Vuelo de Miedo. Stick around. All right, thanks for sticking with us, folks. Next up, #1 contendership match between Diamond Deluxe and Vuelo de Miedo to see who will face Troubletown next week for the Fury Bands. This should be a crazy matchup. Again, we will have guest commentary. Connie Mills will be joining us shortly via satellite again. We will take you to the ring shortly for that women's tag division contest. Thank you so much again for joining us here at Super Spirit Live.
Making their way to the ring, the team of Val Van Orman and Billy Van Orman, Diamond Deluxe.
Sisters Billy and Val cutting a path through the women's tag division here in Super Spirit Wrestling, undefeated thus far, and we'll see how they fare against fearsome competitors Vuelo de Miedo.
And making their way to the ring, the team of La Grifa y La Gárgola, Vuelo de Miedo.
Vuelo de Miedo had 2 chances to obtain the Fury Bands. They were unable to do so against Troubletown. Troubletown still the champs. We'll see who they face next week And we now have via satellite Connie Mills joining us on commentary. Connie, how are you?
Very well. Glad to be here, Shirt.
Thanks so much for joining us. Billy Van Orman starting things off with a knee, but now a takedown from La Grifa. Deep arm drag takedown from Billy Van Orman. High impact offense early here. Connie, what do you like about Billy Van Orman's offense and her approach to tag team wrestling?
Well, Billy is starting in very hot and very hard.
The high impact offense indeed of Billy Van Orman, and now you see a wrenching headlock being performed on La Grifa. Irish whip now. La Grifa creating some space, and now a tag to La Gargola. Stomps across the back of Van Orman. Deep arm drag takedown now for Van Orman, looking to regain control. Brainbuster from La Gargola. Billy Van Orman might need to look to make a tag here soon, Connie. Deep arm drag takedown again. Sit out pile driver now connecting for La Gargola. And again, La Gargola seemingly having Billy Van Orman's number, but now a counter kick. Tag made to Val Van Orman. Connie, maybe you could help explain the difference between Billy's approach and Val's approach to their offense.
Well, Val is known for her speed, and Billy has the strength.
That's exactly correct. And now that the strength of Billy has worn down the opponents to some degree, the speed of Val Van Orman even harder to overcome for Vuelo de Miedo. But La Gargola, so far the MVP in this matchup and mounting the most offense. It will be the kicks versus the slaps now, and the slaps prevailing. Val Van Orman in trouble, knees across the face now from La Gargola, and a stomp to the leg, creating space to make a tag to La Grifa. Val Van Orman with a reversal there. Backbreaker transitioning into a rear chin lock. Stiff DDT from La Grifa. No running offense connecting though. Val Van Orman with an Irish whip. Big kick for Val.
Whoa.
Counter from La Grifa looking to put the brakes on Val's offensive attempts, but now some knees and a tag to Billy.
She's killing her.
She's got to get off of her. She's certainly not the legal woman at this point. Norio Nakatomi having his hands full. Atomic drop for La Grifa, and now a pinning attempt off the standing moonsault. Billy Van Orman out at just one. Kitchen sink connecting for La Grifa, stomps to the back of the leg. Big shoulder tackle for Billy Van Orman. But she has sustained a lot of damage in this matchup, and now an arm bar being applied by La Gargola. Brainbuster. La Gargola putting on a one-woman show here in this women's tag contest. Small package. Norio Nakatomi signaling for the rope break. Big boot now from La Gargola, and more stomps to the leg. What a punch from La Gargola. Billy Van Orman in trouble here, needing to make a tag soon. We've seen La Gargola submit opponents before with that maneuver, but now a deep arm drag takedown from Billy Van Orman, looking to turn the tide. Backbreaker slam combination.
I hope she makes that tag very soon.
You see Val wanting the tag, calling for the tag. And the tag will be made. Val Van Orman back in for Diamond Deluxe.
Another tag.
Tag made for Vuelo de Miedo. Two new legal women in this matchup, La Grifa versus Val Van Orman. Corner control now. Again, the winner of this competition next week will face Troubletown for the women's tag belts. Can Diamond Deluxe continue their undefeated streak again here against Vuelo de Miedo? Vuelo de Miedo, of course, it would mean a third shot at the titles against Troubletown. Losing record against Troubletown, they've been unable to best them in tag competition.
Val's been thrown out of the ring.
Correct, Connie, but now Val applying some offense of her own. You see La Gargola trying to get involved and paying for it. Vuelo de Miedo could be looking for a count out here. Val's got to get refocused and head back into the ring.
Diamond Deluxe needs to get some control over this match.
Tag now to Billy. Tag for Vuelo de Miedo. The tension escalating here in this tag team contest. Both teams wanting a shot at the Fury bands, and now a chokehold just lifting up La Gargola, but La Grifa running interference, and then a frog splash connecting on top of Billy Van Orman. Sit out powerbomb. Almost enough there. Billy Van Orman barely getting the shoulder up. Wow, what a counter from La Gargola, transitioning that suplex attempt into a DDT. And now Billy Van Orman with a DDT of her own, but she's in no man's land. She's got to get back to her corner. And what a maneuver, just a big slam from Billy Van Orman. Almost all there. La Gargola not able to do much against that slam, but she is able to break away from the pin. Facebuster now from Billy Van Orman. The strength coming into play, the strength differential, and now a tag to Val, tag to La Grifa. But neither women focusing on their opponents, and now it seems for the moment that La Gargola is taken out of the equation. We'll see if Val is able to take advantage, but now a chokehold from La Grifa.
That's brutal.
It is indeed. Norio Nakatomi not a fan of that chokehold. You see him officiating a count there to get La Grifa to break the hold. Knee across the chest of Val. Based on what you've seen so far, Connie, who do you think is going to wind up the winner in this match?
Oh, wow. I think this match could go either way at this point.
I have to agree with you. We've seen some impressive offense from both sides. Both teams making a case to be at the very top of the women's tag division. Corner spear now. And you see Billy Van Orman trying to rally the crowd behind her team. Chokehold now. La Grifa taking Val to the mat. Billy looking to run interference, but Val breaking away before she needs to.
It's her sister.
That's what you do. Tag made for Vuelo de Miedo. High impact maneuver from La Gargola, and pinning attempt here in the favorable corner. Val in trouble. And that's all. Vuelo de Miedo crushing the dreams. La Gargola saying no, 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 and we will see a third match between La Gargola and La Grifa and the members of Troubletown, Priscilla Frost and Nora Nunez. Thanks, Connie, again for joining us via satellite, as you did during one of our episodes of Spirit Rising. That happens on Thursdays, folks. Thanks again, Connie, for joining us.
Have a great night.
All right, folks, we are going to continue the card. It will be heavyweight singles division action between Blue Dream and the philanthropist Douglas Daniels. We'll take you to the ring shortly for that contest. Congratulations to Vuelo de Miedo. What a heartbreaker for Diamond Deluxe. Their undefeated record tarnished now, and they will not have a shot at the tag belts. Hopefully, they will come back around in the women's tag division to have another opportunity.
Making his way to the ring, Blue Dream.
A very entertaining Blue Dream looking to wow the crowd here at Super Spirit Live. He will face a very serious competitor in Douglas Daniels.
And making his way to the ring, he calls himself the Philanthropist, Douglas Daniels.
We haven't seen Douglas Daniels in a while, I think probably since the New Dawn Tournament Series. A fearsome competitor in his own right. We'll see how he fares here against Blue Dream. Starting things off with a slam. Punches to the gut for Douglas Daniels. Neckbreaker now. Blue Dream looking to get things started for himself with a punch. Reversal on the Irish whip to the corner, but Daniels breaking away. Arm drag takedown. And now a torture rack. Douglas Daniels in control early on here. Just dumping Blue Dream unceremoniously on the mat. Big clothesline now for Daniels. Breaking Blue Dream across the knee. Kick to the face now from Blue Dream, looking to maybe anger Douglas Daniels. And it looks to be working as Blue Dream finds himself in another torture rack. Pull through clothesline for Daniels. And a low blow from Blue Dream. We don't see that very often. There's not many people that are fans of Douglas Daniels, and apparently Blue Dream not one either. Boston Crab now for Daniels. Rear chin lock being applied. The Philanthropist in control early on in this matchup. Blue Dream looking to test Douglas Daniels with the forearms, and Daniels answering back with chops. Another Boston Crab. Pull through clothesline again for Daniels, showboating a little bit for the crowd, and they are not appreciative. Another slam for Daniels, transitioning into more offense here. Off the ropes, another clothesline connecting for Douglas Daniels. And could we be seeing it here? Tough love connecting for Daniels. That's his go-to maneuver. Pinning attempt now. Dream in trouble. Blue Dream able to kick out of a very early tough love. And the fact that it was an early tough love could be the whole reason he was able to withstand it at all. Because I got to believe more offense would have set Blue Dream up for failure there. And now Daniels just using his boot, raking it across the face of Blue Dream. And now taunting Dream as he lifts him to his feet. Pull through clothesline again for Daniels. Big forearm connecting for Daniels across the face of Blue Dream. Sends him down momentarily. Blue Dream now up again, and a scoop slam connects. Now working the leg of Douglas Daniels. And a headlock leading to a punch. Blue Dream looking to regain control. Dropping to the mat. The agility of Blue Dream on display. But Douglas Daniels putting the Irish whip attempt on hold. Again, raking Blue Dream's face across his knee, and now a diving elbow drop connecting for Douglas Daniels. And again, we could be seeing it here. Tough love connecting for Douglas Daniels. Blue Dream in trouble, but he has to reposition. Is that enough time for Blue Dream to get out? 2. No, it is not. Douglas Daniels, the Philanthropist, taking one here over Blue Dream in that heavyweight contest. I'm sure we will see Douglas Daniels enact more dominance in the heavyweight division. You got to believe he has his mind on the Spirit Band, of course, being held right now by big man Benjamin Rose. Next up on the card, folks, we have junior division action between Ricky Gilmore and Decay. Gilmore certainly a fan favorite here in Super Spirit Wrestling. He's gotten a lot of victories that many people didn't expect him to get, but I don't think he's faced anyone as rough as Decay, and we'll see how he does in this junior division contest.
Making his way to the ring, he is Mama's favorite, Ricky Gilmore.
Ricky Gilmore adored by the fans here at Super Spirit Live. Many of them want to see him go all the way and obtain the shadow band for himself. He still has a long way to go to climb the rankings here at Super Spirit Wrestling.
And making his way to the ring, Decay.
Decay has close ties to heavyweight competitors Fear and Dai Fukunaga. And if you know anything about our roster here at Super Spirit Wrestling, you know that is a rough crowd. Kim Carrillo may have her hands full here with this junior division bout if Decay gets his way. Snap suplex from Decay. Pinning attempt early off the fisherman suplex. Gilmore able to break away. Snap suplex again from Decay. This time an enziguri for Decay. Very impressive thus far in this matchup. Rolling through for a leg lock. Ricky Gilmore in trouble. DDT though now for Gilmore. And a falling headbutt. Headbutt this time to the face of Decay. Gilmore was looking for some corner offense there, but Decay breaking away, and now a forearm. Takedown though for Gilmore. Decay again rolling through for a leg lock. Fisherman suplex again, pinning combination. Ricky Gilmore able to get a shoulder up before the 3. See a latch lock there. Decay breaking away with a kick to the shin, but now a big clothesline connecting. Goes into the Texas Cloverleaf, does Ricky Gilmore. Jumping headbutt now from Gilmore. You hear him getting fired up here tonight at Super Spirit Live. Kim Carrillo checking Decay as he is able to break away from the headlock. Another Texas Cloverleaf from Gilmore. Decay powering out, using his legs to send Gilmore across the mat. Gilmore now back in control. Sleeper hold from Gilmore. Slap across the chest, and it is met with a forearm. These two men will now trade blows in the center of the ring. Neither one willing to give up space. My goodness. A big punch finally from Gilmore ends the striking debacle. And now another Texas Cloverleaf. Mama said, there's the big punch from Gilmore. Could this be all? Decay able to shake it off. And now the knees to the face of Gilmore. Decay rising after the big punch and immediately applying his own offense. Submission style offense now from Decay. Rolls through for another leg lock. Fisherman suplex. Almost all there. Third time, almost the charm for Decay with the fisherman suplexes. And now Ricky Gilmore getting swept up in the moment. We've seen this happen to him before. A young man from a small town, not used to such an environment. But he has made a home for himself here at Super Spirit Wrestling, and you see the enziguri connecting now from Gilmore. Beautiful drop kick, sending Decay to the mat. Decay, though, now rolling through for another leg lock. Gilmore in trouble. Bad positioning for Gilmore as Decay is between him and the ropes. Big slam for Gilmore. And again, having trouble maintaining focus. Decay is out on his feet. You could have a lot of opportunity here. Headbutt still connecting for Gilmore. Headbutts in the corner. Can Gilmore score another junior division victory and continue his path? The green missed attempt from Decay. Fortunately for Gilmore, he is able to avoid it. The green missed from Decay. You always have to be wary, as it greatly affects your ability to perform, taking away most of your vision. Gilmore able to avoid it for now, and now to the ropes. Another big headbutt for Gilmore. Irish whip. Set out spine buster. Ricky Gilmore almost had it there, and I thought it was over, but now the mama said it could very well be over now. Ricky Gilmore scoring a victory over Decay, and the young man has continued success here in the junior division. I don't think anyone expected him to take that one, and that has been the story of most of Gilmore's matches. However, another victory for Gilmore. Very impressive showing for the young man. And Decay for now will have to take that loss. Next up on the card, we have women's singles division action for you between Claire Burch and Natasha Watson. Following that match, folks, we will have our main event, the men's tag belts on the line. It will be the Mysticals challenging champions Wondrous Bear, looking to chase their first title reign, looking to gain the power bands from Wondrous Bear. But let's for now move to that women's singles contest, Claire Burch versus Natasha Watson. Let's go to the ring now for the women's singles division contest.
Making her way to the ring, Claire Burch.
Claire Burch is a woman that wants to be champion. She's a woman that wants to be at the very top of this division. She's a little annoyed that she's not already there. Let's see if she can further solidify her spot here in Super Spirit Wrestling against Natasha Watson.
And making her way to the ring, Natasha Watson.
Natasha Watson does not have a very high opinion of Claire Burch. An interview before this show indicates that Natasha Watson thinks that Claire Burch, in fact, is not at the top of her game anymore. And we'll see if Claire Burch is able to disprove that theory tonight at Super Spirit Live. Natasha Watson in control early on, but now forearm from Claire Burch. Fireman's carry. And a thumb to the eyes there. Well, Natasha Watson is repaid with a suplex from Claire Burch. Very impressive, the strength of Burch. But you see a chin crusher from Natasha Watson transitioning into some leg-based offense. Snap suplex from Burch. And you see Natasha Watson carrying through her own weight and momentum to further work the arm of Claire Burch. Getting only a 1 count there. Fireman's carry from Burch leading into submission-style offense. And Natasha Watson snapping the fingers of Claire Burch. Playing dirty early on here. And now chops, sending Claire Burch to the mat. Pinning attempt for Watson. Claire Burch breaking away at 2. Corner control now. Natasha Watson reversing. Claire Burch battling out of the corner with a slap of her own. And now more submission offense near the ropes, though. And indeed, Lenny Spencer calling for a break. Submission offense this time from Watson. Holding Burch in such a way that she would not be able to get to the ropes. Very wise maneuver. Burch looking to regain control. trapping the head of Natasha Watson and also working the arm. Another big suplex now from Burch. Back body drop connecting from Burch. And Natasha Watson rising to the occasion with some punches, but she's being driven back by these forearms from Burch. And Burch coming out on top there. More submission offense from Burch. Not typical of Burch's approach, but maybe we're seeing something new here from this fierce competitor in the women's division. Corner control again now for Burch. Running in, connecting with a big forearm, and now transitioning into a headlock, elbow across the back. Forearm to the face. Punch to the stomach. Natasha Watson having trouble getting anything going, but now she's captured Claire Burch for the moment. Punches to the face. Irish whip, low drop kick taking out the legs of Natasha Watson. Downward spiral. But you saw the hand of Natasha Watson on the rope there, as did Lenny Spencer. That could have certainly been all if the positioning had been different. Takedown for Claire Burch, pinning attempt here. Natasha Watson able to break away at 2. Sometimes you see a pinfall following what might not be as devastating of maneuver as you think would be needed to win a match. But you're still having to lift an entire human being off of your body. It does take strength. It does take stamina. You see these wrestlers testing one another with these pinfalls. And you never know. Your opponent may be in such a way that they're not able to break away. But you see Natasha Watson now trying to turn the tide. Basement drop kick. Lama Heastraw cradle. Lenny Spencer signaling another rope break. Rolling through a little too far with that cradle. And now Watson looking to regain some energy as Claire Burch is on the outside. Forearm now for Burch. Returning to the ring. Jumping neck breaker. Falling all the way through is Claire Burch. Corner control again now for Burch, and another forearm in control. Oh, and just throwing Natasha Watson down now. The rough offense of Claire Burch. Elbow to the back of the head, and now Burch appealing to the crowd. Natasha Watson rallying with an offense of her own, knees across the face. Neck breaker for Claire Burch. One kick to the stomach, sending Watson down. I believe Watson's in trouble, but now an Irish whip. Hurricane Rana pinning attempt. Claire Burch breaking away at 1. Very impressive, but now a chin crusher from Watson, looking to continue her offense. To the ropes, knees across the back of Burch. But here it is, the downward spiral. Captures her again, bridges. Claire Burch earning a victory here over Natasha Watson with the downward spiral, capturing her with the bridge pinning attempt, and it paying off for Claire Burch in that women's division contest. Very impressive showing from both women there. Natasha Watson, of course, will have to go back to the drawing board before her next match here at Super Spirit Wrestling. Folks, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the main event, Men's Tag Division Championships on the line. We'll see Wondrous Bear, the champions Andrew Bowes and Virgil Wilcox, facing off against the challengers Marshall Taylor and Divine Phantom Jr. of the Mysticals. We'll be right back. Don't go away. All right, thanks for sticking with us through the break, folks. Next up, indeed, we do have a championship bout between the challengers, the Mysticals, and and the tag team champions Wondrous Bear. Can the Mysticals start their first tag team reign here in Super Spirit Wrestling? Or will Wondrous Bear retain and continue their dominance here in the tag division? We'll find out now at the main event of Super Spirit Live.
Making their way to the ring, the challengers, the team of Marshall Taylor and Divine Phantom Jr., the Mysticals.
Tonight marks the Mysticals' first shot at the tag team titles. And of course, here come the champs now, wearing the power bands around their waists.
And making their way to the ring, they are the Power Band champions, the team of Andrew Bowes and Virgil Wilcox, Wondrous Bear.
The Wondrous One, Andrew Bowes, and Virgil the Bear Wilcox, your current tag champions. We'll see if that changes here tonight in this power band contest. Tag belts on the line, folks. Virgil Wilcox starting things early with some shoulders to the gut of Marshall Taylor. Elbow drop now for Wilcox. High stakes here tonight. You can feel the tension in the room. The energy at full capacity here in the arena tonight at Super Spirit Live. The crowd anticipating a great contest here in our main event. Big slap across the chest. Divine Phantom Jr. sending Virgil to the ropes, but Virgil putting the brakes on. Divine Phantom Jr. sending Virgil to the outside. Maybe looking to get in the head of Virgil Wilcox early. We know he can be an emotional competitor. We'll see if he can withstand that tendency tonight. Running power slam for Virgil Wilcox. Transitions into a rear chin lock. Has his knee planted firmly in the back of Divine Phantom Jr., who is able to break away. Virgil now making a tag to the Wondrous One. Divine Phantom Jr. looking to rally the crowd, but he eats a kick to the stomach. Drop toe hold for the Wondrous One off the Irish Whip. Takedown for the Wondrous One. You saw Divine Phantom Jr. trying to mount some offense there, but it will be the knees of the Wondrous One, and now it will be the forearms versus the slaps. Forearms prevailing. One half of the tag team champions, the Wondrous One, in control thus far against Divine Phantom Jr. Tag made to Marshall Taylor. Wondrous One fighting off both members of the Mysticals there. Scorpion Deathlock being applied, but not to the legal man. Marshall Taylor helping out his tag team partner there. Tag made for Wondrous Bear. Face buster. Virgil Wilcox eating a devastating maneuver there for Marshall Taylor, but Marshall Taylor having to contend against both members of Wondrous Bear. Andrew Bowes finally returning to his corner. The crowd getting fired up here at Super Spirit Live for this main event contest. Power bands on the line. We could have new champions by the end of the night. Drop toe hold for Marshall Taylor. Irish whip. Collision with Marshall Taylor. A little bit of ring miscommunication now. But there you see the Phantom Lock. The Phantom Lock was indeed being applied, but in all the chaos, I don't think that Divine Phantom Jr. was able to cinch it in quite like he wanted to. You see another miscommunication there. Double knees across the face, but then a double wrist lock being applied now by the Wondrous One. Marshall Taylor running interference for the Mysticals. Soulbutt kick. Reversal, and then a shote in the corner. He likes to call that the dolphin blow. Big knee from the Wondrous One. Divine Phantom Jr. to his feet first. Slaps across the chest. Final Heaven! Final Heaven connecting for the Wondrous One. Can he get to the pin? He can. Divine Phantom Jr. in trouble, and Marshall Taylor thankfully able to run interference for the Mysticals. We could have had a retention there for Wondrous Bear. You see a Team Enziguri now connecting for the Mysticals. Tag made for Wondrous Bear and a tag made for the Mysticals. Virgil Wilcox and Marshall Taylor, the legal men respectively for their teams. High angle drop kick after the pull through, dazing Virgil Wilcox. Side slam from Wilcox, taking the air out of Marshall Taylor, creating some distance, and now a tag for Wondrous Bear. Beautiful German suplex, he bridges. Marshall Taylor able to break away before the 3. Divine Phantom Jr. was not able to get there. You saw Virgil Wilcox maintaining sort of a screen for Wondrous Bear. Smart tag team offense, but Marshall Taylor resilient enough to break away. Marshall Taylor looking to take Wondrous One to the outside. It does not happen. Now a tag for the Mysticals. Could have been another Final Heaven attempt there, but Divine Phantom Jr. putting a hold on it. 1 count. The Wondrous One able to break away. Another beautiful German suplex. Marshall Taylor not available. Divine Phantom Jr. very impressive, able to break away, but Final Heaven connecting now on Divine Phantom Jr. No pinning attempt. Instead, a tag will be made. Maybe sensing that he was not in the best position for a pin, but you see now the rough divide being applied, setting things up for his tag team partner, Virgil Wilcox. Wondrous Bear taking full advantage of that 10 seconds that they're allowed following a tag. Again, smart offense from the champions. It's not hard to see why they wear the gold. Divine Phantom Jr. running interference. Virgil Wilcox now having to contend with both members and a team-up Enziguri for the Mysticals. Tag made to the Wondrous One. Super kick from Taylor and a deep arm drag takedown. Able to avoid a clothesline as well following the takedown and avoids a chop. Marshall Taylor, what a sequence, but now Final Heaven in the corner. Can the Wondrous One get up for the pin? He's in a great position. Pinning attempt now, can they retain? Marshall Taylor able to use the time it took Wondrous One to reposition him to regain his composure and get a shoulder up following the Final Heaven, which is of course a devastating maneuver. Marshall Taylor still in a very bad spot. 1 kick sending him to the mat. Corner position now, kick to the midsection. Tree of Woe position, hanging him up. More devastating kicks from the Wondrous One, working the midsection of Marshall Taylor. Looking to break away for a tag, but instead has to float over for a counter, and then a beautiful Poison Rana, and now the tag will be made. What a way to create space with the Wondrous One breaking away from tag team offense from the Mysticals. Tree of Woe position now. No, instead hangs him across the ropes. And a basement drop kick to the back of the head of the Wondrous One. Advantage the Mysticals for now, but Final Heaven again connecting. This time he will pin right in the face of Marshall Taylor, who is, of course, able to run interference. Floating over for another counter. Marshall Taylor having to return to his corner, and a miscommunication not allowing the body splash to connect for Virgil Wilcox. But now the 2 legal men turning their focus to each other once more in this main event. Tag made for Wondrous Bear. And a tag for the Mysticals. Big punch from Virgil Wilcox, sending Marshall Taylor to the mat, and I believe maybe we saw another Final Heaven. Did another Final Heaven connect against Divine Phantom Jr.? If so, that is a lot of damage sustained to the top of the head thus far for both members of the Mysticals. But now, run-up offense connecting with a kick is Marshall Taylor. Virgil Wilcox could be in trouble. He finds himself in a bad position. These 2 men exchanging blows now. Tag belts on the line. Enziguri connecting for Marshall Taylor to the top rope now. Stomps across the back of Virgil Wilcox. And this time a beautiful rolling senton. Connecting for the body splash there, but now Marshall Taylor suddenly in a very bad position. Oh no, the kick was off target. Not quite getting the distance he needed on that kick. Fatigue may be setting in this matchup. And now all of a sudden the Mysticals in control. Divine Phantom Jr. sensing that maybe it's their time. Could the Mysticals become the second ever tag champions here in Super Spirit Wrestling? Can they defeat Wondrous Bear? The Wondrous One and Divine Phantom Jr. exchanging strikes. Super kick from Divine Phantom Jr. Pinning attempt now. And Virgil Wilcox this time running interference for Wondrous Bear. Collision between Wilcox and Marshall Taylor. A moment of confusion for Marshall Taylor, maybe instinctively going for that roll-up pin, but now you see a deep Texas Cloverleaf being applied. Virgil Wilcox again there for his partner, the Wondrous One. Team back body drop, planting Divine Phantom Jr. firmly in the mat, and a knife-edge chop from the Wondrous One, creating space for a tag. Super kick from Phantom Jr. But now an Irish whip, making Divine Phantom Jr. run as Virgil Wilcox is able to recover. Brain buster now for Wilcox. Irish whip, big clothesline for Wilcox, and another quick tag made. Divine Phantom Jr. needing a tag as well, and he'll have it. Belly-to-belly suplex connecting for Virgil Wilcox. Marshall Taylor taking out both members now of Wondrous Bear. Snap suplex. Big drop kick from the Wondrous One. Knife edge chop again. Scorpion deathlock. Center of the ring, Virgil Wilcox not able to stop Divine Phantom Jr. from breaking up the submission offense. Marshall Taylor was certainly in trouble there. Forearms now from the Wondrous One. Soul butt kick to the back. Marshall Taylor sends him down, and now knees brutalizing the body of Marshall Taylor. The champion not wanting to give up his belts. And I know Virgil Wilcox must feel the same way. Marshall Taylor perhaps unwisely sending himself back to the disadvantageous corner. Submission offense here from the Wondrous One, setting things up nicely for Virgil the Bear Wilcox. Marshall Taylor trying to break away. He does have the speed advantage on Virgil Wilcox, and he is able to do so. Rana, not the legal man. Divine Phantom Jr. to the top rope. Miscommunication. The stomps don't connect. Divine Phantom Jr. not sustaining too much damage there off the missed top rope attempt. High angle back body drop for Wilcox. What a main event we're seeing, folks. Both the teams want to win badly here. Clothesline for the Mysticals. Divine Phantom Jr. again taking in the atmosphere at the main event here at Super Spirit Live. What a maneuver here. This could be all. Great positioning. Virgil Wilcox able to kick out. Still champions for the moment. Our Wondrous Bear. Marshall Taylor. Oh my God. Top rope Canadian Destroyer. Top rope Canadian Destroyer from the Wondrous One. Countering Marshall Taylor's offense. He will return to the corner. What a maneuver from the Wondrous One, and now a tag. We see him become the legal man for his team. Not allowing Divine Phantom Jr. to escape. Final Heaven connecting. Virgil Wilcox setting him up. What does he have next? Fatigue setting in heavy for the Wondrous One. You saw he was unable again to capitalize immediately on the Final Heaven. Enziguri now for Taylor. This match could really go either way at this point. Both teams have sustained heavy damage. We could very well be seeing new tag champs by the end of the night, folks. Stomps across the back of the Wondrous One. The chest slaps trading with the forearms. Wondrous One driving Marshall Taylor back to a favorable position. High enziguri connecting for Marshall Taylor. To the ropes. High angle drop kick. Very impressive showing here from Taylor in this championship contest. What a backdrop though now from the Wondrous One, and he will make a tag to Virgil Wilcox. Kicks now from Taylor. Both men repositioning either member of Wondrous Bear. Basement drop kick now to Virgil Wilcox. Wilcox in trouble. Takedown for Divine Phantom Jr. And Virgil Wilcox rising and using his whole body weight to counter and plant Divine Phantom Jr. And that's it. That's a submission. Divine Phantom Jr. tapping to a leg lock from Virgil Wilcox, and Wondrous Bear will retain their titles. What a matchup here in the main event of Super Spirit Wrestling, a heartbreaker for the Mysticals, who have certainly made a name for themselves now in that very impressive contest. Of course, Wondrous Bear able to retain their titles for the moment. Virgil Wilcox with an elbow leg lock, taking it there. Divine Phantom Jr. having to submit late in that contest. Too much damage had been sustained. And Wondrous Bear retain and move on as tag champions. Of course, the Mysticals still strong contenders for the belt. I'm sure we will see another matchup with them in mind in the championship contest. But that'll do it for us here tonight at Super Spirit Live, folks. I am Shirt Donovan for everyone here at Super Spirit Wrestling and Twitch.tv. Have a good night.